G'day guys, Chad here, your resident pitmaster and backyard barbecue expert. Today I'm back with more tips, tricks and recipes to help you become a real hero around the barbecue and the campsite. Good afternoon ladies and gentlemen. Lunchtime is upon us. We're down here at beautiful Billy Grace, part of the Wee Jasper Reserve, just south of Canberra. We're cooking up a picanha spit with a chimichurri sauce today, all done with the Adventure King's portable spit rotisserie and the Adventure King steel fire pit over heat beads. It's that easy, that yummy. Let's hook in. So we're not going to stuff around trying to find any wood today. Always carry a bag of heat beads with me. So as you might know, not all camps allow an open fire. So we've got the Adventure King steel fire pit here going. It's a great little portable piece of kit. Now it's not enclosed, so always check with your campgrounds before you light these up. So I'll get these heat beads all set up. Now I've got the black gloves on, you don't need them. I like to look pretty for you folk. I don't want to get my hands all black and yucky. Some fire lighters here. So the way I like to set this up, take two fire lighters sort of apart. Righto, so with the heat beads, just stack them up around fire lighters, sort of in a pyramid if you can do it. Make sure you're allowing plenty of oxygen around the heat beads so they take. Now a lot of people carry on about letting them ash over. You don't need to let them ash over, there's no accelerants in these ones. The ones with accelerants in them give off a bit of a nasty taste, not very pleasant. These are all natural, el natural. So you don't want to chuck too many on to start with, just enough to get you going. We can always add more. Righto, let's get this food prepped and on the spit. Okay, so we'll grab our beautiful rump cap out of the fridge here. That is stunning, I'm really looking forward to this feed. It's gonna make up a real nice picanha. Okay, so we've got this awesome rump cap here. It is the top of the rump. It's that fatty section you get along your steaks. That's gonna render down really well on the spit. So we're gonna leave all that on there. We're gonna chuck a bit of flavoring on it as well. Usually it's done with just salt and pepper, but that's pretty much the main ingredients of the bovine espresso done by Flaming Coals. It's got a bit of that coffee in there as well, which I think is gonna really highlight the meat. So we'll run with a little bit of that. We're not gonna go crazy on it. Now, usually you do wanna follow the grain. I'm gonna pretty much do that, but not completely, because I don't wanna lose too much of the actual cut itself. So we're cutting about, what's that? That much thick. Top tip, chuck a tea towel down underneath your chopping board to stop it knocking about on the table. It's really annoying. We've got some nice sturdy cutting surface now. Look at that. Fair bit here, quite a large rump cap. Still got all my digits, that's a good start. I'll show you how to place it onto your spit rod. So I remove the one end, make a little incision with your knife, helps just get that spit rod through. If you ever visit Wee Jasper, bring the fly spray. See that? So you've got to come through, and then we're gonna fold over. Essentially that's what we're looking for. If you can get through the fat that comes around this way, yeah, do so. We'll get them done on the larger pieces that we're about to do. So the reason we're using rump cap, well, that is picanha. It's a South American dish. We're actually going to do this with a chimichurri, which is an Argentinian sauce with a bit of chili and stuff like that through it. It really, really comes up well on this cut of beef. So I'm just going to sprinkle a light coating of the bovine espresso. I'm not going to go too heavy with it. That coffee is going to help caramelize that beef really nicely, and we're going to render down that beautiful fat cap on top. That'll even slightly crisp up a little if we can. We'll see how hot those heat beads get, but that's going to be really, really tasty. Let's get her on the spit and get cooking, eh? What I'm going to do is, now we've got our heat beads nice and hot, we don't, like I said, we don't want too many. We don't need a lot. We can adjust the height of your spit. That is your temperature control. You can add more heat beads if you're not getting enough heat when it's at a nice low setting, but I think we're gonna be okay. If it gets too hot, we'll raise her up. All right, now we have played with the counterweight already, so that's this little puppy here. The beauty of the steel fire pit is, unlike a big fire, we can move this little puppy around a little bit. I can already see now that we need to drop the height a little bit. Try and keep it as even as you can, especially on this side. You do not want this lower than the other side. What will happen is you'll put too much strain on the motor if there's too much meat on, too much weight towards the motor. So if anything, you want to have that side dip down a little further, but even is good. Let's fire her up and get cooking with that sauce, eh? Righto, chimichurri sauce. It's got a lot of ingredients, but it's really easy to make. So I've already got a nice and packed half cup of finely chopped parsley, 1 red chili. So we'll add that to the mix. I thought I'd get the boring stuff out of the way of measurements and things, so I've got everything ready to rock and roll here. Teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, 3 tablespoons minced garlic, and a teaspoon of dry oregano. Now you can get all this information on the link down the bottom, so scroll down after the video. You'll watch me first. Half a cup of olive oil. That looks all pretty. Nice fresh ingredients. Looks nice, tastes nice, smells nice. Give that all a good knock around. It's meant to be lumpy, it's not meant to be saucy, it's not meant to be pasty. It's sort of meant to combine into like a slight paste, but it's meant to be chunky like that. That's what we want. All these flavors are just gonna meld together. So we're gonna chuck this in the fridge for at least an hour until our picanha over there on the spit's done. Still got a little whiles to go yet, but we're getting a bit of a flame licking up on that, which is exactly what we're after. So that should be done pretty soon. Have a look at that. Beautiful. At least an hour in the fridge, at least. So that's been working over the coals now for about, I'd say, hour and 15, hour and a half. So we'll take her over here and we'll let that rest for about 5 minutes just to let those juices settle within the cuts. I'm really looking forward to actually hooking into this straight away when you open that fridge. That's stunning. So we'll just give that sauce one more quick knock around before we serve it up across our meat. And well, let's get that off the rod, give it a slice, see how she looks. Okay, so we've got some good slices from that now. So let's just lay them out nicely. Oh my God, that's good. All right, take a bit of our sauce. Yummy. All right, there we have it, guys. Have a go with that. Super tender, medium rare, all done on the spit rotisserie in the fire pit. Chimichurri, garlicky, chili, unbelievable. The smells coming off that is sensational. Hook in and have a go with this one. There's nothing better than sitting around the campsite, around the fire with a spit roast going, a couple of cold ones. Enjoy, dig in. For more tips, tricks, and secrets on how to become a backyard barbecue master or a camp cooking legend, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And keep in touch with all things Adventure Kings on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And of course, you can get all the gear at forwarddrivesupercenter.com.au.